The last time we missed the debt ceiling deadline, we had a debt of about $800 billion. Now, we have a debt now of $14.5 trillion. I kind of would like to be back in those $800 billion days. I mean, that's kind of like breaking even as far as where we are right now. But the bottom line is we have a bunch of people that aren't doing what is right for America. John Boehner is trying to represent his caucus and represent what the American people said in last November as far as what they wanted, less spending and smaller government. But you have certain factions within the Republican Party that wants decay. On the Democratic side, they're saying everything's on the table, but you can't talk about Medicare or Social Security. Well, in my book, that's not everything is on the table. And then the president, who only 5 months ago presented a budget to the Congress that had more spending, more deficit, and more taxes in it. Now he comes back 5 months later and says, hey, I'm the guy that wants to cut the deficit. It's a little bit unbelievable. But this leadership has really got to come from the president. You know, I'm a big fan of the movie Dave, you know, the one with Kevin Kline where he pretends to be the president, and there's a homeless shelter that gets cut out, and it costs $600 and some million to get that homeless shelter back. And Dave, pretending to be the president, goes into the cabinet room and starts asking people around the room, what can you cut out of your budget to be able to put this homeless shelter back in? Now, I'm not expecting President Obama to do that, but wouldn't it be nice? I can guarantee you, I know for a fact that not a single business, not a single department in the cabinet has presented a budget that's less than it was last year, ever. Maybe we ought to be pushing that way, and maybe that's the kind of leadership we ought to have on this debt ceiling talk.